Becoming a mother changes everything. The joy of welcoming a baby is enormous, but so is the challenge of figuring out how to manage your new life. Many women find that the hardest part isn't just childbirth or the first months at home, it's the return to work afterward. That difficult and emotional stage is what Lauren Smith Brody calls the fifth trimester. The fifth trimester is the time when a mother leaves her maternity leave behind and goes back to her professional life, often before she feels ready. This period is filled with mixed feelings: guilt, stress, exhaustion, and also the desire to succeed at work. The good news is that there are ways to prepare, cope, and even thrive during this transition. One of the most important lessons is about self-care. New moms often neglect themselves while caring for their babies. Sleepless nights, body changes, and constant responsibility can make them feel worn out and invisible. Yet, simple steps like dressing in clothes that fit well, staying hydrated, or taking just a minute for basic makeup can restore confidence. Even a small reminder on the mirror with an uplifting message can help shift a negative mindset. Taking care of yourself is not selfish, it's the first step to handling the challenges ahead with strength. Another lesson is about trust, specifically trusting your partner. Many mothers assume that their partners can't handle childcare properly, but research shows that most are ready to step up right away. The problem is often not their ability, but the mother's guilt or fear of letting go. Sharing responsibilities not only lightens the load but also strengthens the partnership. Taking baby curb classes or learning parenting skills together can build confidence and make the return to work smoother. Letting your partner manage things on their own, even if imperfectly, teaches both of you that parenting is a shared journey. A huge hurdle for many mothers is daycare. The thought of leaving a baby with strangers can feel heartbreaking. To reduce worry, it's essential to find a center with the right standard small group sizes. Train staff and caregivers who are positive and consistent. Jealousy can naturally arise when you realize someone else spends hours each day with your child. Sometimes children even call caregivers mommy. This is not a replacement of love, but simply a sign that children form bonds with those who care for them regularly. In fact, this steady relationship is healthy and helps your child feel secure. Breastfeeding while working is another big challenge. Statistics show most working mothers are still nursing when they return to the office, so breast pumps become essential tools. Having 2 pumps, one for home and one for work, saves stress and prevents forgetful mornings from turning into disasters. Keeping a freezer stash of milk ensures there's always backup. Even if a caregiver mismanages the supply, choosing clothes that allow quick pumping breaks, like button-down shirts, also helps make the process easier. By planning ahead, pumping can fit into a working mom's routine with less chaos. Sometimes the hardest part is not the logistics but the emotions about the job itself. After months at home with a baby, many women dread going back to the office. They feel torn between their career and the deep desire to stay with their child. One way to cope is to remember why the job mattered in the first place. Was it the satisfaction of the work? The friendships with colleagues, the independence or financial security it provided? Reconnecting with those reasons can restore motivation. Studies even show that children of working mothers often grow up more independent and ambitious, which can be a comforting fact when guilt weighs heavily. A gradual return can also help. Instead of going straight from full-time baby care to full-time office work, try negotiating a part-time schedule or flexible hours for the first few weeks. Research shows that women who return slowly often feel less regret and are more likely to continue working happily in the long run. Then comes the social side of the workplace. Coworkers sometimes feel resentful of new mothers, assuming they get special treatment or extra time off. To ease tension, it's important to be transparent and fair. If you occasionally need to leave early for a sick child, balance it by being dependable and offering to return favors. What hurts relationships most is acting mom-parier, as if motherhood makes other people's responsibilities less important. Instead, show respect for colleagues' lives and challenges. Sharing both the joys and the messy realities of parenting, like sleepless nights and endless laundry, makes you more relatable and prevents resentment. The fifth trimester is not just about surviving, but about reshaping your identity. You are no longer only a professional or only a mother, you are both. And that can feel overwhelming, but it can also be empowering. With the right preparation, honest conversations, and a bit of self-kindness, you can step into this stage with more balance. The message of the fifth trimester is ultimately hopeful. Returning to work after a baby will never be easy, but it doesn't have to feel impossible. With strategies like practicing self-care, sharing responsibilities, preparing for childcare, managing breastfeeding, reconnecting with your career purpose, and handling workplace relationships with empathy, you can create a smoother transition. Instead of aiming for perfection, aim for progress. Some days will be messy, some nights will be sleepless, and sometimes you'll feel torn in two, but that doesn't mean you're failing. It means you are doing the extraordinary work of combining motherhood with career. And in doing so, you're setting an example for your child that strength and adaptability can coexist with love. The fifth trimester is proof that women are capable of reinventing themselves. It shows that balance is not about doing everything perfectly, but about allowing yourself grace, leaning on others, and remembering that this season, though tough, is temporary. With preparation and compassion for yourself, you can emerge stronger, more confident, and ready to embrace both work and motherhood.